Oh, hi. Oh, hi, you guys. Hey, we're number one shot. We're gonna make it up as we go. I've not even rolled a character yet. If you guys want to support the stream, then you should tweet. The tweet link's just above in the chat over there somewhere. I got some social links. You gotta check out your social links. You got a Discord, or everyone's real nice. You got Twitter. Give me a shout out and I'll get you in the diary. I can't find my diary, it's too early in the day. And you got your YouTubes. That's where everything gets uploaded. Just give me some time to upload the 24-hour stream games. Although actually the first one's already loaded. I might alter my voice a little bit. I'm not sure I like this one. No, I might make it a bit more like this. Nah. No, I think I prefer this voice. No, it suits me better. No,
Looks like we got a new friend!
Looks like I need to reduce the filters on me. I'm fading out around the edges. I think I'll make the background fade out rather than me fade out. I have a fuzzy background. I'll take the fuzzy background if it means I'm not fuzzy. Inmos, you are the bit boss. Now, I think since you got pretty much full health as well, we're gonna give you... We're gonna give you the £10 donation that you get for free. Today we are introducing... Let's do the donate thing. Today we've got new stuff. Okay, bullet points don't work in the donate thing. I only just made that. It's a bit sketchy. I should go and get the guys, really, because I need to roll a character. I'll do the character rolling live. You can see it. You can see Lindy rolling a character. Oh, no, you can't. You can't see that yet. Okay. Let's go and get the guys. Let's bring them in. Oh, hi, you guys. You're live.
Hello.
Hello.
So, Alice, why don't you introduce everyone while I start rolling a character?
Okay. I will do that. Everyone, I think you know who I am. I am White Rabbit Pick. I am Scrat's other half, and I will be DMing this. Yeah, so we're gonna go around, and if we can all just give sort of like a quick idea of who your character is, who you'll be, obviously your name and who you'll be playing. So let's go via Nilchill.
Hi there. Well, my character's name is Demetrius. He's a rogue. Well, he was the last seen in buying a sheep, but he's sent that back to the farm. I don't know what else to say, really.
Yeah. Fab. Okay, should we go with Lindy then? Who will you be playing today?
I will be playing the lovely, the charming Behemoth Bee to her friends. She is a beautiful half-orc lady, sailor, totally a not pirate, just definitely a sailor, nothing else. And she has a bit of a temper occasionally and hits things because she might or may not be a barbarian.
Nice. And Light, how about you?
Yeah, I play a character named Rhina. She is a druid. She's always stuck to the woods. She always feels like something or someone's hunting her, so she's, a little nervous around people, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Awesome. And Scrat, are you ready to introduce your character?
No, I suppose. Jerry Lee.
Be one of those sessions.
I'm old. I know that. I also know I'm human because I selected that so far. And I'm gonna be a monk. Yep, a monk.
Yeah. Are you filling the sheet in as we speak?
Yes.
Yes. I thought so. Okay, so shall we just jump straight into it? Let's just change up this briefly. Okay, so you guys have entered a town. Well, probably more of a very small village than anything else. It's quite a dull day. It's quite grey. All the buildings seem quite grey. It's sort of built along a cliff edge, which overlooks sort of, well, the sea basically, and you can see an island quite far out with a huge, what looks almost like a manor or a castle perched on top of it. And yeah, this is a small fishing village, but you have all been invited to the local tavern called the Brewhouse Tavern, with a promise of gold, basically payment for a job. So as you guys enter the village, what are you doing?
Well, I'm heading for the tavern straight away. I think I need a beer after that journey. You coming? Yeah, one.
I'm already in the tavern.
Yeah. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm already in the tavern. I've got a little prayer book because Acolyte is the only background that Roll20 has, and it gives me a prayer book. My prayer book is the Hong Kong Book of Kung Fu that I am reading. It's pretty good too.
Yeah, you go for that. How about you, Lindy? Whereabouts is your character?
Oh, B, she is the last person into the tavern because she had to totally not bury some treasure and make a map with an X on it. But after she does that, she bursts in through the tavern and says, "Drinks for everyone, because I have lots of money from totally not pillaging villages on seaside. Here."
As you burst in, you realize this is a pretty quiet tavern. There's maybe there is an old guy sat over in the corner reading a prayer book. And Demetrius and Rena, you've just walked in just prior to this happening, and there is a hooded figure sat at the other corner, and a very cheery, rounded man behind the bar. And he's just like, "Drinks, okay," and he just starts pouring.
I'm glad bar is mostly empty. That means I have to buy less drinks for everyone.
Drinks for everyone? Oh, yes, please. I'll have two.
And he moves around and he starts like just handing these drinks to all of you. He even props one in front of the hooded figure over there, and he's like, "What can I do for you guys?"
Beer or vodka? I'll take vodka.
I can't say I have vodka. I'm not too sure what that is, but I've got something slightly stronger, I guess. It's
I
something
will
like...
take the strongest thing you have.
Okay, well, the missus makes it out back, so I'll go and get, and he disappears.
I'm also like 6'6" and just
Okay, so he's sort of like more looking at you than anything else.
Looking down.
He reemerges with two fairly tall, slim glasses and just puts them down. He's like, you might want to hold your nose when you drink that one.
Thank you very much to Inwills, who uses his £10 donation from taking the stream boss last session to give us all an at 20.
Oh, lovely. Thank you.
Thanks, Inwills.
And as he comes around, he's like, "Are you the guys here to see about the job?"
Maybe.
Well, we don't get many visitors, so I'm kind of assuming.
Well, in that case, yes.
What do you mean you don't have visitors? I'm here every day.
Yep. Look, Jerry, I know. Can you just shh?
I'm a regular customer and I demand respect.
Jerry, you have my utmost respect, and we have this conversation every day.
It sounds like a free drink to me.
Like, and the guy just rolls his eyes. It's like, fine. And he sort of starts speaking to himself as he pours another drink. Like, "Okay, Thomas, it's okay. Like, just an old man." And he walks over and plonks another beer in front of Jerry.
Thank you very much.
So if you're here for the job, I will take you over to him, and he sort of gestures to the man in the very heavy cloaked figure in the corner, who has the hood pulled over his head. And the barman walks over and says, "It's like, my lord, they're here." And he just sort of points at the chairs for you guys to sit on. They're sort of a mismatch of chairs. They're like probably a little bit too small for B, some of them. There's like the odd stool here and there.
Turn it around and sit on it backwards.
Yep.
Yeah, Rhina will kind of take one of the chairs and kind of like slowly move it to the side somewhere, just kind of like, just to see where her surrounding is.
Okay. How about Demetrius? Oh, sorry.
Yep, I'll pick up a chair and I'll move it across to them and sit down.
Jerry takes his prayer book and he puts it in his beard. And he walks across, not being invited, and just sits at the table and stares at everyone. Hello! I'm Jerry.
Hello.
Hi.
My
Hey,
friends call me Jerry Lee.
Jerry Ree?
Jerry Lee.
Jerry Ree.
Lee.
Ree.
Lee.
Oh, Lee. Okay.
Hi, I'm Rhina.
My name is Behemoth, but my friends call me B.
Sounds real nice.
Thank you.
The man,
It's a good name.
the cloaked figure leans forward and clicks quickly at Tom, who disappears into the back and comes out with trays of chicken, potatoes, just food, really good, hot, warm food. Some of you probably haven't seen in a long time. Loads of vegetables, like they look fresh, and everything, like the smell fills your nostrils, and it just smells amazing. And he offers his hand to just say, "Eat."
I will do so. And I just start shoveling food in because it's better than hardtack and fish, you know? It's just, so good.
I have called you here because I have a problem. I am Lord Garen Blackhall. My residence in this place is the castle on the island, which you may have seen on your way in. I need it to be cleared.
I do not do lawn services.
No, there is no lawn. I have a slight infestation, shall we call it?
Sounds like you need to go to a doctor.
Or get the, insect control.
I don't think the pest control are going to be able to deal with this one. Thus why I've called you all in. My home has been plagued with these things for many generations, and I have had enough. I am the last in my line at the moment.
I'm sure if you wait, you will get to front of line eventually.
Maybe I will. Like, he's starting to get very confused by all of these sort of things. He's like, right. I almost double guessing himself, has he hired the right people? He's like, each say this, people think I'm mad because of it, but each night at the strike of midnight, little winged devils or creatures with small, nasty, bitey creatures come out. Intelligent creatures. This is not a matter of just wiping them out. They taunt me. I left a week ago, and they taunted me every night. They come out at midnight and would never leave me alone, and they almost haunted me. And each night they would try and get me to play one of their games. If I did not play one of their games, I dread to think. I need you to get rid of these little tricksters. They do not, I call them tricksters, lightly do not believe they are harmless. They are constantly looking for someone to play a game and gamble with them. They will ask for many things, nothing of gold, but they will ask for things you will not usually willingly give. Constantly looking for someone to play a game and gamble. I will give you as much gold as I have, as long if you can help clear these out, and I can have my family estate back. Is this something you would be interested in?
Like, I certainly like the sound of gold.
Duh.
You can take it. The house means more than anything to me. It's got so many family, just paintings and possessions that remind me of my ancestors. I will give you as much gold as I have. They will try and bargain with you, no matter what.
Could I ask what type of games they wanted you to play?
It's a game that involves 2 dice. It's I don't know. It's you just roll. You just have to try and roll doubles. That's all it is. It sounded so simple, which is why I thought I could get them to leave. But I don't know. I don't know if they're cheating. I don't know if they have tricked dice. I don't know. But I lost a lot from playing the game.
Well, we will do our best to not lose and evict them from your house.
That would be very much appreciated. And but when I say you lose something of importance, and he pulls back his hood
Looks like we got a new
to reveal
friend.
2 very milky white eyes. He's the last straw was when they took my sight. It's the gambling trip.
Okay.
And he reaches over to Rena and tries to hold her hand. He's like, so you will help us? You will help me?
She kind of like takes his hand and pats it. Yeah. I think, we can help.
Thank you.
She's like trying to move her hand away.
Yeah. He doesn't notice this. He's quite like desperate. He's like, thank you.
You're welcome.
There is a boat down by the shore. You should be able to get across with ease. I'm afraid it is just a little rowing boat, but it's not that far.
I am very good with boats. We should not have problem.
I have heard.
Good.
They, as I said, they come out at midnight. It is mid-afternoon now, I suggest.
Is that all the time or just mostly?
Look, you've done this joke 3 times now in the last 2 days.
Jokes are old like me.
And I have put some provisions in the boat for you.
Very
Not
good.
that I expect you to be there for long.
Okay, well, I'm going to finish my ale and make my way to the boat, I suppose.
Okay. Are the rest of you following?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Before you leave,
I just downed the really potent whatever I was served before we leave because I paid for that. And it's supposed to be like moonshine strong. So,
Yeah.
I need that.
I think you'd probably be able to handle that one as much as Tom thinks it. So then you've been at sea, you've probably had a lot of homebrew type stuff anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of Tom looks at you like, wow, like as you just neck it and walk out. Tom you'll see him run quickly over to Light, be like, excuse me, if you are going over there, and he takes her hand and puts 2 dice into her hand and closes it, goes, these are my lucky dice. They might help.
Okay. Thank you. I'll keep. Yeah. And she kind of like backs up a little bit. Yeah. I'll keep these. Thank you.
Okay. And he just sort of gives a wave. And as you guys head down to the shore, the sand is black. It is a black sand beach. The clouds are drawing in, and you can see this huge sort of massive rock in the not too far away, but it looks like the castle or manor has been built from the rock and carved into the top of it. And you see a little rowing boat down on the shore.
I immediately inspect boat.
Boat seems seaworthy. It looks like it will get you across absolutely fine.
Grab the oars and I'm like, come on, I will take you all on scenic boat tour on way to castle.
Very kind.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. I just climb in the boat.
Okay, you climb in the boat. I'm assuming it's quite rickety with you all in it. There doesn't seem to be a current or a tide or anything like. It's quite for the ocean. It's very still and very clear.
It's a bit unusual. Usually there is much more waves and rocking and excitement, but I will take this since this is a rickety boat with us in it. So you see, this is the ocean. There is some rocks. I am taking you on scenic tour. There is castle. We will kill things in castle and clear out. That is seagull, and then she kind of just goes along like that until we get to the castle. And that is the end of tour. Feel free to tip tour guide, and we will get down to castle.
What you will see if anyone looks over the edge, it is very, very clear water. Again, not like the normal seawater that B would have been used to. If anyone does look over the edge, can they roll perception for me, please?
Sure.
Yeah. I see to everything.
I'm sat there oblivious.
Yeah. Okay, so B and Rena, as you look over, more like that, you will look over the edge and you think you can see some dark shapes tangled in the weeds down there. Rena, with a nat 20, you will see these as bodies that are tangled in the weeds, and they're sort of just quite gently waving sort of in the water, and you can see the odd, again, a rowing boat thing just broken at the bottom.
Oh, do you guys see that?
What?
Water is very clear.
I don't see anything. What? What do you want about?
No, there's bodies in there.
What?
Yeah, those. You don't see that?
No, no.
Their bodies all tangled up, and there's a rowboat out there that's sunk.
Okay.
Ships do sink and people do drown. It's this thing that happens on sea. You are lucky you had as good of tour guide as you did.
You will see out the corner of your eye as if something quickly darts through the water underneath the boat.
Well, to the castle.
Duh.
Okay, so you guys keep rowing. And you manage to get to the other side completely undisturbed. Whilst crossing this water, you will see every now and again, as I said, a dark shadow of it almost just whip across the water and the odd ripple on the surface. As you reach the other side, the beach is very much the same. It has black sand, and you can see that the building itself, you can't see a clear way up. There seems to be, maybe there was once a sort of a wooden staircase, but it's completely collapsed and worn away. Around the base of this, I guess almost like a cliff, there are caves, or it's just sheer rock face where you can see where the tide is normally in. You can see weeds are tangled all over this, and it looks to be a very slippery surface.
Well, I tie the rowboat off somewhere that when the tide comes in, it won't get like pulled under. It'll still be good.
There's like a tall rock you can probably tie on.
Yeah, I'll dock the boat there then, and then start looking around.
Okay, can you roll a perception for me, please?
Ooh,
very nice. You see a cave. You see a cave just a little bit further around the corner as you're walking along the beach, and it seems to go quite deep. But this cave in particular, rather than the rest, it looks as if it's more man-made, as if someone has chiseled it out of the side of the rock.
this might be cave entrance to castle.
Okay.
It is not sea carved, it is man-made.
Okay.
Smugglers.
Maybe. I feel like I would know if this was Smuggler Cave. For no particular reason.
It may be the sewer.
That too.
I say we proceed with caution.
Let's go! I start.
Okay, as you walk into the cave, it gets darker and darker as you go in. You see sort of plates and things sort of wedged into the sand, and even some like crockery and stuff. So and just ahead of you, you see what's almost like a ladder up, but it's carved into the rock itself, and it seems to go straight up a narrow tunnel, smooth narrow tunnel.
Entrance.
Okay. I'll try and I'll make my way up straight up the ladder.
Oh, I feel like I've been here before.
You've been everywhere before, old man.
That's what they say.
Very well traveled. It is good.
Okay, so as you guys start to climb up this, you notice as the sort of the shaft, I guess, sort of opens up, it's very smooth along the sides, and you can see where water has worn away some of the bits of the rock that has been carved almost into a ladder shape, and it is becoming quite tricky to keep a hold of. Could you all make a dexterity save for me as you enter it?
I'm still nimble. Thank you to Blair Shadowpaw, who donated 6 month subscriptions and gives me a net 20.
Okay, you all sort of hop up there quite easily. You are now in the center of this upright tunnel, and as you look up, you can see the sky, and it is quite far up. There is seaweed like along the walls, and then the hand grips themselves completely run out.
So there's seaweed. Like, is it like growing out of the walls? Like this tunnel fills up with water?
It looks like that tunnel probably normally fills up with water.
Okay.
When the tide is in, you can probably you've been at sea. You sort
of due to my seafaring experience and knowledge of piratey cachets and stuff. Would I be able to tell if we could use this seaweed perhaps as a rope? Is it strong enough? Would it hold us?
You would think it probably isn't strong enough
Okay.
to be a rope.
Do not use seaweed as rope. Just warning you now.
I've got a rope on me.
Mhm.
Some pitons for.
Hopefully, it is not made of seaweed. Please, not that kind.
I'll hammer. Can I hammer in a piton into the wall?
Yes, yeah. I'll say you can just do that as you go up. Are you getting people to use your rope as you go up, or just
Well,
you?
I'll try and climb up to a ledge, or is there any ledges further up?
There are no ledges further up. However, as you get sort of halfway up, you see a door in the side.
Okay. Right. I'll try and open. I'll try and climb to a position I can open the door.
Okay, so are you sort of suspending yourself almost as well to?
Yeah. So, well, 3 points of contact and my
Yeah.
hand on the handle.
Okay. Can you make let's say a strength save to hold yourself, an athletics, sorry, to hold yourself
Okay.
there. Okay, as you do this, but whilst you're trying to, do the 3 points, you slip and fall. Can you do another athletics check, please, to try and keep a hold of the rope? Okay, you sort of slide down a bit, but you manage to catch hold of the rope
Okay.
as you do this.
I'll try and climb back up to the door
Mm-hmm.
and try it again.
Yeah.
I will stand underneath to catch him if he fall.
Okay.
Can I tie the rope off on two of the pitons?
Yeah.
Hammer in a couple of pitons into the wall and make sure that if I slip again, I won't fall.
Yeah, can you roll a strength to see how hard you're putting this into the wall? Because if you okay, you don't know it, but it's not in there super solidly, but it's definitely holding you at the moment.
Okay. Slow me down if I fall.
Perhaps.
Maybe.
Athletics check on the door.
Yeah. What are you trying to do? Try and sort of just kick it
Well,
in, or
try the handle first. It might just.
it is locked. It is locked.
It's locked.
Mm.
Okay, I wonder. Could I use my thieves' tools on the door to see
Yes,
if I
you
can
could.
unlock it?
Yep, it is a simple lock. It swings open to reveal a almost pitch black corridor.
Okay. Is there any way I can tie off the rope?
Yeah, there's like a rock that's jutting out
Okay.
a little bit on the side. You could probably tie it to.
Okay, I make the rope safe and shout down. Well, I tell the other guys that it's safe to climb up.
Mhm.
And I'll light a torch.
Okay.
Okay.
So the rest of you climbing up, I'm assuming, up, and if you do, can you please all make me just an athletics check because you'll be climbing.
Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
And I will assist anyone else who looks like they are struggling. Like I'm doing it one-handed. I'm like, here you go.
Okay, well, what we'll say then, as Rena gets a nat 1, she's ahead of you, and as she gets close to the door, her fingers slip and she begins to plummet. Now, B, you are
I have strong,
rocking this.
muscly
I
arms.
was going to say you are like Spider-Manning up this wall, and Rena effectively lands on your shoulders. It doesn't. You don't stop. You sort of maybe jerk a little bit, like but it doesn't do
Well, hello
anything
there.
for you.
Hi. Sorry.
Did it hurt when you fell from heaven? Just kidding. I say that because you look like Angel.
Oh. She's
Are
like,
you climbing up with her?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Rena, you are being held at the moment. Like, you're holding on to B, I'm assuming, as she just continues to climb up. You guys are at the door, and again, on a nat 20, B can probably just throw you both in.
I like swing up with one arm and I like hold her in the other. And
Yeah.
I'm like, here you are, milady.
You're very complex.
Yeah.
Thank you very much to Crispy Waffles, who donates a random advantage.
Ooh, a random advantage.
Mhm.
Okay. Right, Jerry, you're 1. I'll be 2. Lindy, you're 3. Neil, chill 4, and like 5. Let's have a look. And I didn't do that properly. Bear with. Number 3. So,
Hey.
Lindy.
Sweet. Thank you.
Okay, so how about Jerry? How is Jerry getting up this rope?
Jerry doesn't like the look of all that hard work climbing. He'll probably try and do some much easier rope shenanigans with acrobatics.
Some
Okay,
wall
okay.
parkour.
Roll your acrobatics, please. Okay, that's okay. Describe how you get up.
I'm old, it ain't pretty, but it's functional. I lost my hat. I go back down to get my hat.
Then you're going to roll another acrobatics because you're starting again.
It's a good hat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Describe how you perfect.
He needed the hat.
Yeah, I can't be bothered the second time. I just do it with one hand. I just them up. Yep, dead easy.
How do you do that again?
Just like that.
Okay, so you can't believe you've just done that. You are not fully recovered from this. Well, okay. You two manage to swing up and get into this entrance, and as you all step in from Demetrius's torch, you can see what looks like a whole corridor of just cells.
Okay.
Well, I'm not much a fan of cells.
Neither am I. I've spent far too much time behind the doors of them.
That sounds like you've got an interesting and colorful backstory. I'm old, I'm meta.
What up?
Okay. I go up to.
But if I was a tricky elf, I'd think, hey, no one wants to go and look in cells. I put all my treasure there.
Treasure.
I open a door.
Are you looking for treasure?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always looking for treasure.
Okay, you look in the cells and there doesn't seem to be much around. However, you do see one cell that has an old cloak in it, which looks like it's probably more been dropped on the way out rather than left there on purpose.
Is it a nice cloak?
It's a pretty nice cloak.
I will take
It's a
this
nice
cloak.
You can put on the cloak, and it is a rather nice cloak. It's warm.
Probably like a Lando Calrissian cape on me because I'm really tall. It's like a half cloak.
a half cloak.
This is very nice. Keep elbows warm.
Cloak.
It's other than that, you don't really see much in there. You progress along this very dark, stony corridor. Again, the only light coming from Demetrius's torch. You can see where people have been scratching lines into this, possibly counting days, but however, they're not within the prison cell. They're along the walls outside the prison cell. And as you walk further and further, you come to an entrance of steps. And they seem to go up, not very far. It doesn't take much to get up, but there is just darkness there. There are just rocks above your head.
Do the rocks look like they were placed there? Or did it look like it collapsed?
Can you roll I'll say survival for that one, actually.
Okay.
Okay, what this looks like to you is that on your travels, and as you said, you have been in these sorts of places before, you will know that rather than a trap door, places like this could have a keystone.
Ah.
Rather than, this doesn't look like rocks that have collapsed
Okay.
into anything.
I'm gonna try to find the keystone then. Like, there could be keystone here. See how the rocks are. They did not collapse.
Okay. So it's still quite dark, so I'm assuming you're reaching up and just sort of feeling along to find anything.
We can light a torch. I have a torch.
Yeah. Okay. As you do this, you see like a bronze ring at one of the rocks above your head. Not directly in front, but just above.
Like a ring to open it up.
Yeah, it's not going to be like a trapdoor. You realize this is going to be heavy. This is normally probably opened from the
top
other side.
Okay. All right. Someone hold the torch for me. I try to open this door.
I'll hold the door.
There you are.
And can you roll a strength for me, please?
Strength or athletics?
Go for athletics.
Okay. I do it
20.
one-handed. I look over and I wink at Rena. I'm like,
As you do this, you feel like some sand and bits go sort of fall in between, and a burst of light comes in. As you literally just go and pop this huge keystone out and just push it aside quite neatly, and you see light above you.
as the light kind of shines down on me with like some of the falling
you are
motes of smoke
basking
and
in it.
dust, I like pull my arms down, but kind of like in a flex. And then anyone need a leg up? I can assist.
I think he likes you, Rena.
Rena kind of blushes just a little bit.
Okay.
It is easy to just walk out of here. The steps go all the way up to the top. And as you walk up, you are in a courtyard. A very wide courtyard, which there are some old collapsed dummies and things like that around. So you can assume maybe people used to train with weapons here. And there is a huge well at the center of this courtyard. To your left, where you've come out of, you can see another set of steps that continues to go up and goes along what looks like a set of battlements to a tower. And in the center of the courtyard are huge, wide, elaborate steps, obviously there to make a quite grand appearance, and huge doors that you can assume enter into an equally large room.
Well. I'll look at the well.
As you look in the well, you see Demetrius's rope halfway down, tied to the rock.
Burgers. I already did something. Someone else do something. I'm tired.
Right, I'll go to. You say there was a doorway.
There's like it's like a set of battlements, and there is some steps up onto the battlements, and you can see a door entering into a tower on your left, or there is a huge hallway, like grand steps and a huge oak door.
I'll make my way up the grand steps and to the very large door. Is it locked?
It does seem to be locked.
Okay.
And it's got huge wrought iron rings that hold onto it. They're almost quite heavy to lift. Maybe not for B, but for the average non-orc, maybe.
Is there any way where I could actually try and unlock it?
At the moment, no. You see no keyhole in this.
Okay, it's probably a plank of wood behind the door, which is okay. I turn to B. Do you want to try and break into this door?
I can most certainly try. It does not look that heavy.
Okay, can you make an athletics check for me, please? What are you doing? Are you like running at the door? Are you
first? I want to like go over and look at it. First of all, do the doors look like they go outwards or inwards?
They look like they go inwards.
Okay, well then, because if they opened outwards, I wasn't gonna try running at them. That was not gonna be a great plan. She's gonna try to back up, kind of like slap her tattoo of an anchor a few times, and then like just shoulder charge the door.
Okay, awesome.
And Castle Max Sean donates to give you another nat 20.
If I used it now, I'd have 3 20 athletics checks in a row, but I'm gonna hold on to that.
Doesn't matter. Like this is a brawny orc. As you do this, you slam into the door, and you can hear something on the other side crack and splinter. It doesn't quite go through. And as you do this, you hear, "What was that? What?" And then you hear lots of scurrying and almost like flapping of wings, and you can see just a small crack in the door.
I'm going to like whisper down to our rogue, going, I think some of those flappy things with the wings and the teeth and the face are on the other side. They do not know we are here. Well, they do now, but they had no idea we were here. Should I break open the rest of way?
Yeah, go on. Let's do it.
All right.
It's not midnight yet, is it?
It is not. And being the strong lady I am, I will just try to bust open the door the rest of the way.
Okay. You burst into this. These doors sort of almost just splinter and fall off the hinge. Almost like it bows inwards a little bit as you do this. Again, it's quite dark inside. You hear all these scattering of like wings. And as you open the door the other side, there's nothing there. There is a what looks like a small hallway, quite a wide hallway, and there is a door to your left, and there is another large, not like sealed door, but in front of you.
There are more doors. Do we break them open, or we try opening them your way with little tool things you stick in locks? I do not even know if they are locked. I am not trying doors.
I think anything that was here knows we are here. So let's just break open the doors and find out.
Right, they will try knob first.
Always
Okay.
like to try the knob first.
If are you trying the one on the left, the one that's to your left first?
I will ask Arena, which door you think we should open first?
Let's go left.
We'll try left knob.
It opens and swings open straight away to reveal a staircase up.
Do I think this might be the staircase to the tower?
Could be, yes.
Okay. This might lead towards the tower.
It looks like the battlements join at this point.
Could be very romantic view up there.
It's just like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hey.
Could be. I mean, we could check it out.
Let's check out. And I would like bend down, link arms, and just walk up steps.
Okay. you guys, you get up to the top of the tower, and well, you realize you are now in the tower, and it's much lighter up here than the rest of the castle. There are a couple of windows all the way up, allowing light in. And as you climb up to the top, you find another door that has been burst in on.
Someone
And-
broke in door before me.
And it appears to be a study. There is a desk in one corner, and lots and lots of bookcases. The walls are absolutely full of bookcases. However, lots of books have been pulled off of these bookcases and shredded. There is a cracked crystal ball on the floor, and there looks to be this desk is full of trinkets and notes and paper strewn everywhere, and there is a globe in the corner.
Now, I've traveled a bit, as I bet you have too, B.
I've traveled quite extensively, though.
Why don't we just check if this globe looks how it should? I'll give it a little spin.
Okay, can I have a history check from one of you, or both of you even?
I will
please?
use my navigator's tools and measure the little continents and things.
Fab. You will look over this globe, and you will realize there is an island on it that you've never seen before. This isn't on any map. Especially for B, for traveling through the sea, you feel like you would know these sorts of things.
Interesting. I still roll that history check, though. No, not very good. But
You know it from your
navigator's tools.
seaworthy
Yeah.
rather than your knowledge of the actual
So
world.
glad I took that sailor background now.
Well, you never know, shelter of the acolyte might come in handy.
You never
very
know.
The only problem is it only works on people who share my faith, so I need to find someone else with a Hong Kong book of Kung Fu.
I'll go up to the globe. The island is on there. I'm going to press it just in case there's a switch.
Okay, as you do this, you hear a lot of clicking, almost clockwork, as the globe starts to rotate, disjoint, and come apart very mechanically like a puzzle. And within here is a stack of papers with scrawlings and drawings of what looks like a blade, but a blade that has no hilt. It is just a sheer piece of metal that is intricately decorated. That's what these drawings are of. And then you also see a very folded, old, tatty piece of paper.
Okay, I'll take the old folded tatty piece of paper, cause a tongue and I'll slowly open it.
As you do, this looks to be half of a map.
Ooh. I'll show it to B and Rena and Jerry and see if they can make anything of it.
I could make a paper swan. Or a crane.
Does this look like treasure map?
It looks like a map, certainly, or half a map, certainly, of something leading to the island on the globe that you do not recall.
This is half a map leading to this island. I think we should hold on to it. Could come very useful later.
Okay, I'll fold it back up and put it into a pocket.
And what is Rena doing at the moment?
She's just kind of looking at everybody's shoulders, and kind of she sees the picture of the blade. You said there's like runes on there.
Just more of an intricate design. There's nothing specific that anyone
Okay.
recognizes, unless anyone speaks Celestial.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
I do
Yes.
not.
It's mainly images of, so what Demetrius will see is that it's mainly just decorative, a lot of this. However, at the bottom, one of the drawings is sort of smudged a little bit, but you definitely work out the word gods.
Ooh. I'll explain it to everybody.
It's one of my favorite spirits.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you looking around the rest of the room, or are you all fixing on the globe?
I'm gonna have a look around the rest of the room and the books in the shelves and see what's there.
I'm gonna look at the desk because I feel like we've gotten out of the globe, and I probably would have actually tried to like go get a piece of paper and a pen from the desk and try to make a copy of that half of the map.
Yeah, no, you can do that easily.
I'm gonna take my staff.
Whoever's looking around. Oh, sorry, what was that, Jerry?
I'm gonna take my staff and just poke things.
Yep, you can poke things all you want. What Jerry will do, he will, as he's poking around, there's odd cloaks here and there that have been hung up. This place looks like it was abandoned pretty quickly. And as you poke around the curtains, Jerry, just a plain ordinary sack falls to the ground with the initials TR sort of embroidered onto it. And can you roll me a perception, please?
Yeah, certainly. Could belong to my old friend Trevor. No, that's not it. There it is.
Nice, nat 20. So you look at it and it seems like a very plain sack, and as I said, it's got the initials TR embroidered in like a gold onto it. And then when you sort of fold over the edge, you can see also stitched in is "Say with confidence and they will come."
Say with confidence and they will come, it says. With confidence.
I don't see anyone. I think it might be a joke bag. Like to get you to yell something and people think it's funny.
Can I instead of say with confidence, I'll do it in Celestial.
Yep, nothing happens.
Okay.
Okay, so Demetrius and Rena, if you could roll me a perception each, please.
Do you say Demetrius and Rena?
Yes, please.
Perception. Oh, I'm still oblivious.
Okay, yeah, you see nothing. If anything, you're kind of like interested in the sack that Jerry has managed to find. Rena, as you're wandering around the room, just looking at like these walls are covered in things like wind chimes, small mirrors, and things like that. Your fingers touch a pendant, which looks like it's more like it looks like it's made out of glass. It's almost like a triangle, but a very jagged triangle, as if it's been physically knocked, or if it's been chipped off of something, and it's on a piece of leather. And you feel very compelled to take this.
Okay. Yeah, she'll take a look at it and she will take it.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll show her everybody. I found this. I'm not sure if it'd be used for anything. What do you guys think?
We are definitely looting this place. Except for paintings, I think. I think that is what we were told. So, as I'm digging through the desk. You hold on to it.
In the desk, you find what looks like a handful of just jewels, like all different colors. Think the Goonies when they put out at the end. It's that sort of thing, and you just find a small handful.
Yeah, they are now in my blouse.
I'm sure they are. So, from this tower, if there is a small window, you can look out and you can see across the whole area, and you can see down into the courtyard and the well, and through the huge doors that you can see that this building stretches quite far back.
So we can see a good ways off.
Yeah.
Is there a spyglass or anything in here that we could use to maybe look out over the horizon? Because this is a tower, so
Yeah. There is like it's almost like a leather sort of spyglass, and with a sort of almost like a crystal sort of pops down in the center, which you look like you could swivel a little bit for different distances.
I'm gonna look out and see if I can spot anything on like the horizon, anything interesting.
Okay, so as you look out on the horizon, you can see like a black dot out on the horizon.
I'm gonna watch it for a couple minutes and see if it's moving like a ship or if it's stationary like a landmass.
It seems to be stationary.
Okay.
Like a landmass. And as you sort of twiddle the crystal, it's like you're adding things on at glasses. It gets closer and closer. And you see a very similar building with someone looking out of it with a spyglass.
I wave.
They wave back. In time.
Quickly wave to the other hand.
It moves in time.
There is big mirror very far out. I can see it with spyglass.
A mirror out there?
It has to be mirror because it's a reflection of person and window making exact same motions I make on island with castle. Same looking.
I wonder why they would have something like that out there.
So only explanation I can think of is giant mirror somewhere sticking out in ocean.
I think that's probably one of the only possible ways that this could be true.
I am great thinker.
I've noticed that about you.
Okay.
Is B keeping the spyglass?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I'm going to go back to the bookshelves, see if there's any secret doors or any switches.
Yeah, can you roll an investigation for me, please? Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any secret doors or anything like that. If anything, you find more books with one of them falls and opens up on a page again. It seems more of the drawings of this blade in it. It seems to be more like a written diary, but it's not a diary, it's a sketchbook.
Okay. Is it written in Celestial?
Nope.
Okay.
It is common.
I'll have a read through it or skim through it and see if I can make any more sense of the sketch.
Okay, it looks like a sorcerer or a wizard wrote this and probably stayed in this tower. From looking through the sources, you notice his name is Thomas Ride, and he doesn't seem to be necessarily a super accomplished wizard. Maybe he was more interested in little tricks and luck and just things like that. However, he does seem pretty intrigued by this blade, which he seems to doodle in the corners a lot.
I take the book, go across to the sack and say, Thomas Ride.
Nothing happens.
Okay. What was the phrase again? Say what with confidence?
So it says it was just say it with confidence.
Oh.
And they shall enter.
It.
Nope.
With confidence. It.
Nothing happens.
It does not work.
It with confidence.
Ah.
Nothing happens.
This whole place is just a big giant puzzle.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Perhaps we should investigate other room or further in tower. Maybe we will find other clues as to what it is we need to say with confidence.
That's a good plan.
I like your thinking.
She's a good thinker.
Yeah, first thing I noticed.
I'll take the book with me and the diagram of the sword.
Okay, so you guys all head back down the staircase you came up, and you are faced again with the doors. What you will notice from the windows as you come down from the tower is that it's getting very dark now. You think it's coming up close to midnight.
Ah,
And I'll take the sack, sorry, I meant to say.
Okay, has Jerry got the sack, or has Demetrius taken it?
Oh, sorry. I'll give it to Jerry, sorry.
No, I don't have the sack. I retired. It's different.
Okay, so you guys head down. This door now seems to be already open. And before you is a enormous hallway. There is no second floor. It literally just goes straight up into a huge ceiling. There are stained glass windows all along the side. A couple have been shattered where it looks like rocks have been thrown at them. And there is a huge mosaicked floor. All the way along, you see huge table after table after table with only a few chairs at the other end. And it is covered in food. So much food, like a banquet.
like fresh food?
It looks fresh.
I am not going to eat this food because we ate before coming and I am very full. Also, I have not seen anyone or a kitchen, so I do not quite trust this food.
No, I don't want to eat anything anyway. Unless they have yum-yums. I'm very partial to a yum-yum.
Of course you are.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It just feels a little tricky.
Okay. You guys wander around this hallway. Not hallway, sorry, this huge room for quite a bit. And you don't see a lot there other than the food. The food looks incredibly delicious, like almost too good to be true. It's like there's a huge cooked pig in the center, and you can actually see like the steam coming off of it from when it's been, as if it's come fresh out the oven. There are piles of bread that you can smell as if they've just been cooked. And there is a huge gust of wind, and the door slams shut.
Behind us?
Just like jumps. Right, climbs on B, like, sorry. I didn't mean to jump on you.
Oh, it is fine. I would like to try door, see if it is locked and if someone has locked us in.
The door is locked, and the handles won't turn. But
Someone really wants us to eat this food, I think. Maybe the only way out is to eat literally everything at all these tables.
you start to hear a and then the flapping.
Ah, I
wings.
hear the flappy thingies again.
And from the ceiling, which you couldn't see before, like bats, are hanging hundreds of these things. And you can see some of them twitch and move as they begin to wake up. And one of them sort of twitches, and they've got wide mouths with lots of like little, sort of like pinprick teeth. And they're like, "Oh, new players!" And as they do it, one of them just sort of flaps and lands down on the table. They're only about this big.
Mm-hmm.
They're not big at all. And it looks, and it's just like, "Welcome, welcome, come sit down."
Why, thank you. I'm old and my legs are going. I'll happily sit down.
It is nice to meet you. What is your name?
Oh, we don't have names.
What
I'm number 34, if it helps.
Well, number 34. It is nice to meet you.
And you? Guys,
And like as you hear some more as some wings, and there's a couple more. So about 4 or 5 suddenly fly down, and they're sort of hovering around all of you. Like,
are you going to sit down? Have you come to play the game?
What game are we talking about? I have.
Dice. We play dice.
and one of them just sweeps lots of the food off the table, and it clatters to the floor. Food just goes everywhere. And
Sit down, we can play.
Is there any other games you like to play other than dice, or just dice?
We play dice.
Oh, good to know. I will just put these cards back in my pocket then.
We don't do cards.
I have gleaned. So, I guess I will sit down at a table next to Jerry, who's already asleep, sitting in a chair.
and
I'll
this
sit down.
little thing just goes,
Brilliant.
and then clicks its fingers, and in a puff of smoke, 2 dice sort of float down onto the table.
Who's first?
Hmm.
What about him?
And one of them throws a bread roll at Jerry.
I'm just resting my eyes.
Wake up, fool. We're playing a game.
What are the rules of this game?
Simple. You bet that you can roll better than us. If you lose, we take something.
What if we win?
You won't win.
This does not sound like very even game.
If there's no chance to win, then there's no game, is there?
They all sort of like look at each other, and one of them snaps their fingers, and the dice on the table disappears in the smoke. And another one comes over, bringing forth 2 dice made of bone.
These dice are better. You could win with this one.
I want to insight check with my awful, terrible insight.
Yep, of course. What are you checking for?
I want to see if they're like, if we actually can win with these dice, or if they're just screwing us over more.
Okay, with a 4, you cannot tell.
All
A
right.
damn thing.
I usually can't. 3 people.
They're all sort of crowding around this one that's wanting to play, and then the odd 2 are sort of, one of them is sort of hovering around Rena, like trying to
Mhm.
pull her hair a little bit, and one of them just continually throws grapes at Jerry. And there's one that is just hovering around Demetrius, not really getting too close.
I mean, are we gonna play?
We can at least, I feel, play 1 round, see how it goes.
Just in case, I do have, and then she pulls out the dice that she got handed to. How about these? We can.
They all sort of crowd in to have a look, and they sort of sniff it, and they're like,
I guess it's okay to use these.
Okay.
Where did you get them?
It was a gift.
and they sort of back up a little bit.
Well, what do you want?
And they're smiling their really horrible, sort of grazing smiles at you.
Well, you say if we lose, you take something from us. How about if we win, we take something from you?
Okay, but you all have to play one at a time.
I don't like dice. I've got a domino set in my bag. We can play dominoes.
It's okay, I provide the die.
No, I don't like dice. I like dominoes. I play it with my grandkids. You look about the right size. We're gonna play dominoes.
They're all sort of now just like looking at Jerry, almost like they don't understand Jerry. And they turn back to B and it's like,
So are you going to roll first?
I will try rolling.
I'll stop B from rolling at the moment. What are the rules of the game?
I just explained.
and he sort of puts his fingers in, rings it out, and goes,
Well, you're not listening.
I want to be sure I was listening. correctly.
You roll 2 sets of doubles and you win.
2 sets of doubles, higher than yours.
Yes. So 2 sixes. 2 sets of 2 sixes would be the winning.
But if I rolled 2 5s, followed by 2 5s, what happens then?
If you have a pair and I have nothing, then you immediately win.
So this is Witcher Dice Poker, one of my favorite dice games of all time that I'm not totally not addicted to.
Okay. Having not played Witcher Dice Poker. Okay, if you want to go for it, we go for it. B, carry on.
All right,
B. Your name was B?
I go by B.
What do you want from me, B?
This is a very nice castle.
You want the castle?
Yeah, I think I do.
I think I want the curtains.
Another one flicks a grape at you.
If you miss your dice rolls, it will be curtains.
This is true.
For me? I want that voice of yours.
It is very nice accent. I will
Yes.
not lie.
Roll.
Sure. It's a good thing I don't cast spells in these verbal components. All right. So just say, so choose 2d6.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna roll 2d6 as well. And if you roll one more, one more set, I should say.
Ooh, 2 3s.
And it just sort of it hisses like ah.
You've got trick dice.
I do not have trick dice. I simply roll like you roll. It is even game.
And
I am a
it's-
card gamer. I pull out my deck of cards. I do not normally even play dice. This is simply luck.
Okay. You, pretty lady, you come next.
Okay. And she will.
Rena, if you are using the other dice, you get an
Uh-huh.
extra. You get a reroll of each one.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, she's
Fancy.
gonna use that.
And this person says,
If I win this one, I want your eyes.
Oh.
You know, you've got some real weird fetishes.
and they all sort of like turn and look at you, synchronize, and just smile.
So you, it's just, how am I supposed to see?
Not my problem.
Okay.
I'm very good at making eye patches. Totally because I am not a pirate.
Okay. And if I win,
A castle.
the castle.
Or the island. We're trying to get it back.
Your friend has already won the castle.
Oh,
Yes.
the island.
Okay. Roll.
Okay. So I just rolled 2d6, right?
Yeah, roll 2d6. Okay, and then roll again. Oh, okay, unless I beat that. Like, hang on. Okay, seeing you roll a double 6, this creature takes the nearest food and just flings it in your direction, not necessarily at you, but past you. Say,
You're cheating! No one gets double 6 on first roll.
I rolled it. You saw it.
It is all luck. We are just very lucky today. It is lucky day.
It picks up the dice that you were using and sniffs it. It's like,
You use magic dice?
Like, I don't know. I mean, like I said, these were a gift.
You cheat.
No, none of that. You're just like my goddamn grandkids. If you don't state the rules when you start, there can't be no cheating.
You cheat!
and they just start like banging their hands on the table. It's like,
Why magic dice? Why his magic dice?
Well, aren't your dice magic? Because you know.
I brought in the
with the
bone
hoof,
dice
hoof.
when you didn't like those.
But you.
If
snapped
I
your
had
fingers.
known, I would have used mine too.
But you snap your fingers and they appear as in magic. I mean, like I said, I didn't know that they were magic.
But why his dice? You should not have these. This is unfair.
We did not know they were magic, and if you do not know they were magic, you cannot use the magic. So that is not cheating.
and it starts like chewing on the side of it. Like,
Sounds to
And
me
it-
like what we got here is a difference of opinion.
it looks to all the other like little devils, like pixie creatures, like,
They have his dice. This is unfair. You shouldn't have his dice.
and they just slam them down on the table.
How is some using a gift dice unfair?
They
Who
are
is-
his dice.
Whose
Cheater's
dice?
dice. They're Thomas Ride's dice. You cheat.
Who is Thomas? I do not know this name.
He's a nasty magic caster.
Oh,
We drove him out. And still he comes back.
and they just sort of throw the dice.
but when does he come back? How does he come back?
You cheat.
No, I mean, and why is he nasty? What happened?
You must forfeit.
No, I don't think so. Like I said, if you didn't state the
I
rules.
do not like having people accuse my friend of cheating inside of my castle. I would like to ask you to leave.
They like pull out
never
small
come
little
back.
knives and sort of start like coming up towards you. And they're just like,
You cheat. You win nothing.
I did not cheat. I used your bone dice.
You are friends with Cheetah.
I am not. Look, she
But I
was
didn't
not
cheat.
cheating. She was not cheating at all. I do not like you, guests in my castle, accusing me of my friend of cheating. I will have to ask you to leave and never return.
okay, can we roll initiative, please?
Yes.
As these like
And I'm like,
5 things are not happy.
like raising myself up to my full 6 foot, like 6'6", 6'8" height. And
And
just
as
kinda,
you
like,
do that, they sort of
flexing.
hover so that they're at your eye line to try
Mm.
and stare you out. I'm gonna grab some dice because I left them on the table.
just gonna intimidate them out.
Best way I find.
Ooh.
Show them you can't be bullied.
It's very difficult to bully a not pirate.
See that little nap? That helped me get a good initiative roll.
Yes, it did.
so goes Jerry, Rena, Demetrius. What do I roll? Oh, actually, no. Goes Devils, then Demetrius, and then B. Okay, so it is Jerry's turn. What are you doing? You've sort of perked up a bit more.
You know what? I don't like these people talking on about the cheaters. I'm just gonna go up to one of them. I'm gonna take my quarterstaff. I'm gonna pop him on the head.
Just gonna pop it right on that. Okay, can you roll for me, please?
Would you stop?
That does nothing. If anything, it swings out the way and it sort of starts laughing at you as you try and swipe at it.
I'm gonna do the grandfather's poke in the ribs. Don't you do that!
And it just slaps at your hand. And this is Rena's turn.
Yeah, she's gonna. I didn't cheat. I don't know who he is, and then what she's gonna do is she's going to druid craft some flowers and like here, peace offering.
It just like slashes the flowers in your hand, and it's just like,
We have no time for cheaters.
Well, good, because no one here was cheating.
and is that the end of your turn, Rena?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Then they attack. One of them attacks Nina with a nat 1, so I'm going to say that it sort of
It
tries
was allergic to the flowers.
Yeah,
and
like,
it's like
he won't stop
"Ah!"
sneezing. He's just like, and he's sort of losing control as he's like being propelled through the air at different angles because he can't quite control the sneezes. The other one near Jerry is going to roll with a 11. Probably not a hit, I'm guessing.
Well, just about. I am old.
Okay. It hits and it slashes at you for 3 damage. It sort of like scratches you across the cheek.
How dare
okay.
you!
And it's Demetrius's turn.
Do they look as if they're attacking me?
They look upset with all of you right now.
Okay. Hand crossbow. I'm going to take a pot shot at a couple of them if I can.
Which one are you going for?
One that's attacking Rena
Okay.
first.
The one that's sneezing.
Oh,
Nat 20. Yeah, okay. So if you just roll the damage, please.
And if it's next to Rena, you get sneak attack.
yes, indeed. I got to do.
This arrow plunges straight through it and pops out the other side. And it sort of goes, and as it sort of just like drifts down onto the floor and lays there. Now, Rena, as this happens, the pendant you are either wearing or holding, you feel it burn quite, like it goes quite hot for a brief second.
Yeah, she'll look at it.
Okay. It doesn't seem to look any different, but it is warm.
Okay.
Okay, it is Bee's turn.
They do not appear to be intimidated by me, nor do they appear to be leaving my castle. This makes me very angry, and I would like to rage.
Yes, you may.
I'm definitely raging, and I will pull out my maul, and I'm like, no one here accuse my friend of cheating in my castle. She won island, so technically her island, my castle. You all need to leave. Let me show you the door. And I want to try to hit one like a baseball bat, just straight
go
out
for
a
it.
window or a door.
There is like there are stained glass windows, so
Okay, yeah.
you can home
Perfect.
run it.
I want to home run it. And I'm gonna use one of my advantage.
Yeah.
Because
Have you got nat 20s or advantages?
I have a nat 20, but I'm gonna use my advantage.
Okay.
Oh, that was not very good.
That does not hit. As you swing,
Ugh!
it's like you're swatting at it again, and it's like, as it's trying to like weave in and out as you swing this giant maul at them. It is back up to Jerry's turn. You are muted, Jerry.
I'm not muted, I'm just talking to myself. It seems like we're fighting. So I'll get fighting.
Yep, that is a hit.
I'll bop it on the head.
Okay, so you literally just like dunk, like it's as you do this, it's like and it sort of tries to fly, like hover around you just to get away from the stuff, and it's really rubbing its head, like it's like.
I'm gonna try and grab it, but as a strike.
As a strike. Okay, yeah, you miss. So as you try and reach out, maybe it's just like as it tries to get away. It is Rena's turn.
Okay. Is there one close to me, or do I have to move?
So one is just dropped out of the air from where Demetrius hit it. There are 3 sort of like almost sort of jumping up and down on the table the way they're sort of hovering in the air, and they've got little like knives out and they're just like trying to swipe at you.
Yes, then she's gonna try to swipe at one of them, and I'm sorry, I have to do this.
That very much is a hit. If you could roll damage for me, please.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. As you do this, you slice one of them in half completely, and it just sort of cries out and just sort of falls down onto the table. And the other 2 start jumping sort of more furiously and hissing and goading, and they lunge for you with a 13. What was your armor class? Sorry.
Miss. It's 16.
A miss. Okay, and the second one, I'm not even kidding, a 16. And it just swipes out and catches your arm for 7 damage. So it sort of slices across there with its blade.
All right, got it.
And it is Demetrius's turn. Who is muted, so I can't tell.
Thank you for reminding me.
That's okay.
I'll take a pot shot with the crossbow again.
Mm-hmm.
And pick the one picking on Jerry.
Okay. The one that's sort of flying around Jerry.
Attack as well, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So 11.
That does not hit, I'm afraid. So like it sort of weaves as your arrow sails past it.
Okay, and then I'll take another pot shot with a crossbow. Oh yes.
That does hit. If you could roll damage for it, please.
6.
Okay. This one's already been hit as well. So as it's sort of like as it's holding its head, you shoot it and completely take it out of the sky, and it drops down dead.
Okay.
There are 2 left that are being quite nasty. The rest up in the ceiling seem completely dormant. It is Bee's turn.
All right. I will try this home run again. Get out!
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Okay.
My house!
Yeah, that. In fact, describe how you're doing this, because this one is
All
definitely dead.
Yeah. Because I have the divine fury because I'm a Path of the Zealot barbarian. And so I get my maul, I line it up. I've learned like this one's flying patterns. I home run it out, and I'm like, all of you little things, like the claws and the wings and the flappies, get out of my castle and off my friend's island. You have no claim here. I banish you. And I just like smack him out. Home run through the stained window.
Yeah, like it's literally, you hear like the shatter, and it's almost like the as it keeps going, you can hear it screaming. Like if there's a little twinkly star,
it's got some radiant damage going on, so it's like
yeah, it's like a little mini comet sort of going through the sky right now. And each time one of these is taken out, Rena, you will feel that necklace burn again, and you will hear almost whispers from it. There is one left, and it is bouncing up and down, and it is hovering. It's sort of gone onto the floor, and it's trying to sort of run, like hide behind Jerry. As Jerry, it is your turn.
It with confidence.
And it's like, what?
Bobbing on the head.
Did you take out the sack at this point?
No.
Go it with confidence.
No, but I can do.
Okay, if you get the sack out, it starts screaming, going, ah, like it starts backing up. Oh, and it's just like, he's got it! He's got it! The nasties, he's got it! And suddenly you see the roof start to move as these things start to twitch. And it's almost like a high-pitched scream as they all erupt, seeing this sack that Jerry is holding.
Open the sack and I'll look what's inside.
There is nothing inside the sack, and as you look at the embroidery again, it literally just says, say it with confidence, and they will enter.
Tell them to enter.
Get
And
in the
they're all
sack!
starting to scream.
Get in the
And-
sack!
Get in the
As
sack!
As they all let out a horrific scream, and they seem to be sucked into this sack, these
Ugh.
thousands and thousands of creatures. And Jerry, you will need to make a strength save to hold on to this, 'cause this is like a do as they all get like sucked into this
Can I
sack.
help him? I don't.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Oh,
if you-
don't worry
if you
about it. I'm
wanna-
using my net 20.
Okay,
Oh.
you do this, and you sort of take a stance, and you just take them. And the one that first saw you with the sack is like trying to cling on to the stone floor, trying to scrape as it's being pulled in.
When I stomp on its hands, like
You can.
You
I
are
will-
cheating.
You just do that. And it just sort of goes, ah, as it sort of backflips over. And they are all in the sack.
Hmm. Is the sack like moving?
The sack is moving and still open.
Hmm.
I would close it.
Pass me that jug of water.
Oh, surely. I'm still really angry. I'm just gonna. I wanna grab the jug of water and rage just chuck it in there. And I'm hoping
You
that
hear like,
with this, I want to chuck it in there with some divine fury and make it holy water.
Yes. Yeah, why not? You can hear all the like all these screams and the bag itself as you close it. It is like you see all the limbs fighting in it as there's thousands and thousands of these little devil things in this just small, fairly normal looking sack, and you can hear them screaming, and there is like smoke like seems to be fizzling away from the sack.
I want to try something. Can I see the sea from here?
You can't see the sea from here.
But not if I go to a window or something.
The windows are quite high up. You'd have to.
I had to
I don't know,
home run
mate,
it through them.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, let's try.
We can go back to tower. Let me check and see if door is still locked.
The door is now open.
Oh, the door is now open. We can check. We can go up to tower.
Okay, I was gonna try and chuck some sea in there, solve this problem.
Right now it's gonna be.
Oh,
You know what's strange is this necklace. Every time we injured it, it was really warm.
Yeah, it's burning right now because they are
Yeah.
all like frying.
It's.
Do you wanna put the
it's-
necklace in there too?
can we? Maybe we should look at the necklace, see if it is bad or good.
Okay. Does anyone want to do like an Arcana check?
I can do the
Mhm.
Arcana check.
Okay. When you sort of hold up this necklace to the light, if you're like looking at it like that, you
Mhm.
notice as you spin it one way or that, you see as if like a hooded figure walks past.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's gonna she's gonna show them and then kind of look, just wait. You see it?
Does that look like the cloak we found earlier?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
We have briefly lost Lynn. Oh no, there she is.
Oh, I'm back.
Um,
I'm sorry.
You see, if you look through the glass, you will notice the hooded figure has stopped right by Jerry and is looking at the sack.
Does he look wizardly at all?
No, he reaches out and you see a long bony hand
Oh,
reach out to the sack.
let this. Don't think we should let him have it.
Get in the sack!
If you reopen the sack, those things can
Oh,
come out.
we don't want them to come out.
Actually,
You can't see this thing, and I'd like to point out this hooded thing doesn't seem to be interested in any of you guys at all. It's
Just the sack.
just
the
the
sack.
sack.
Could
Can
you be
I-
trying to pull it into the
Amulet?
medallion?
Maybe. Can I, like, this bony hooded figure probably isn't good at all, but can I try to gauge through, like, looking at, like, his intentions? Like, if he seems to be like, yes, I will unleash. Like, if he's, like, looks giddy about this sack. or if
He's not. So what you'll see is he twists. It's a very pale, almost skeletal face,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more that he's just watching
Okay.
the sack and poking the things on the inside.
Hello, little man in the amulet medallion thing.
Can I?
It does not react to you.
Can
Can I
I?
look through it with the magnifying glass?
You see nothing.
Oh.
Can I
Not a bad
open
idea.
the sack just a little bit so it's sort of like a sphincter and just let one out?
What, you let one of the little
Yeah.
devil thingies out?
Pop close.
Okay, you do that. In fact, do a sleight of hand for me so that we can make sure it's just one. Okay, like you naturally,
Just
like you
one.
literally go like
He's got
that.
a lot of sphincter experience.
And as this happens, this little thing that looks quite burnt and like Bedrago's flying out his wings now of holes, and he's like,
I have a salt
Big mad,
shaker
it's like-
and more water, and I'm just like, you behave.
and it's just like,
Why? What? Why?
why you accuse us of cheating? This is what you get when you call people names.
and it's just sort of, you know, and it's looking at Jerry and just like looking at all of you quite fearful.
Now,
Right.
what have you got to do with this cloaked figure?
What cloaked figure?
This amulet thing. I think.
I-
Tap a minute.
Poke it with my staff, much like a stick. No.
So are you showing this little devil thing through this?
Yes.
He's just
Mhm.
like, and he sort of like goes completely white. I'm talking all skin. As much as all skin is normally red, it just goes completely white, and this thing collapses on the floor.
I check to see if he's breathing.
He's breathing. It looks like he's fainted, like he's passed out.
He's fainted. I get like a little napkin and I like handcuff him behind the back.
Yeah.
I stick him in a dining room chair, and I get like a placemat, and I just like tie him to the back of the chair, so when he wakes up, he's ready to be interrogated.
Can I get some mirrors
He's like
from around the
lolling.
place?
He's like, ah.
I want to get some mirrors from around the place and place them behind a candle so they all shine in his face.
You can do that. I will allow that. He sort of lolls around a bit, and he's got huge eyelids that are like quite droopy as he tries to peel them open, and then he realizes he's like there's light in his eyes, and he's got a handkerchief, and he's like, ah,
What the hell is wrong with you people?
like,
We
it's-
were going to answer our questions.
like, he just looks utterly horrified now.
All right, you come into you are here in my castle on my friend's island. You are going to answer our questions, and not just faint. Who is person in the little doohickey thingy?
You don't know? Like, take another look.
And if whoever looks, can you roll a history check for me, please?
Okay.
I'd like to think we all like
Think we
Scooby Doo
all
style.
Yeah,
Sounds
you all
like,
sort of like, oh. Okay, all roll me a history check. If whoever's looking through.
I will not be looking. I'll be telling him that. And when you finish doing that, you're gonna play dominoes with me, like I said, and then maybe some checkers. And
Canasta. I really like Canasta.
It's like, no.
it's being
Canasta is an excellent card game.
and a card game I invented called Cripple Mr. Onion.
okay. So, Rena, with a nat 20, there's only one person throughout storybooks, tales that is recognized as what this creature is. It is death.
Hmm.
It is
So,
the
yeah.
Grim Reaper.
So yeah, all silence. Like, even though she's been in the woods, she's probably heard stories and. Oh, I think I know who this is. I don't know if you all like it, but this is Death.
Oh, Davy Jones is in Locket.
Oh well, I guess. Well, the Grim Reaper.
Ah,
Well, I'm gonna open.
this is why I'm at sea most of the times.
His-
I much prefer Davy Jones.
Here's my plan, B, Rena, and Demetrius.
All right.
I'm gonna open the sack. To hell with these gremlin things. I'm gonna get Death to go in the sack, because then none of us can die.
No, if that won't work.
If Death can't collect the souls, then we're all fine.
I believe there is other things other than Grim Reaper that can collect your soul.
Mm-hmm. Can we?
Agree.
Well, damn.
I'll grab hold of the.
Good idea, though. I like your creative thinking.
I mean, you can do it if you want.
I thought I'd found the key to immortality. I thought I was gonna be young again.
There we go. This is appropriate.
I don't think that's how it works. Can I grab hold of that little whatever it is on the table and put him very close to the amulet and see what happens?
He's tied up to a chair, so he just
Yeah,
he's
like
easy.
you can just hold the
Okay,
amulet
I'll take
to
the
him.
amulet to him then.
Okay, he's just looking through it and he's just like he's pointing at the sack.
He's by the sack.
What, do you know what he wants with the sack?
Do you say he's by the sack?
Yeah, he's by the sack, like he's almost like reaching out and touching it. He's just like,
Well, they're dying, aren't they?
Yes, it was very amusing.
and it's looking at you sort of like,
Oh,
like for once this thing looks kind of sad.
This is what happens when you accuse people of cheating wrongfully. Your friends all die. It is not
didn't-
pirate
I
way.
didn't accuse anyone. I was sleeping.
It's true, but your friends, you're guilty by association.
Oh.
accomplice to cheating.
Your friends lost at the dice and accused us of cheating. I catch you up on scenario since you were sleeping.
I don't like dice.
Do you like dominoes?
I've never played.
Well,
Why-
sit down. I'll teach you. It's really easy.
So you sitting down whilst this little thing is tied behind his back is just watching you lay out dominoes.
All right. So, do the rest of you all sleep all the time? Because we were sent here to kick you out of. This is my castle now, by the way. We gambled for it.
Oh, we tend to sleep alternatively every 200 years or so.
That makes some sense. Then,
And he sort of like pulls out a tiny weeny little pocket sundial and goes,
I'm not due to wake for at least another 50.
So, it was the dice addicted ones that were causing most of trouble. I see. Well, we gambled with him and we won this castle and this island, and the previous owner really wants to have it back.
Okay. I'm not that bothered.
All right. Well, see, you are reasonable. Why did we not deal with you? Why
but he's
unreasonable?
sat on
ones?
this chair smoking like right now. He's really tiny. He's just sat there like smoking.
Where do you come from?
Around?
Around what?
I don't know. I've just been here a long time.
What about this wizard? This person?
Oh, Tom. Yeah, we
Yes.
didn't like Tom, so we drove. Well, I didn't drive Tom out. I was sleeping.
It seems awfully convenient you were sleeping all the time while the bad stuff happened. Now I know a tattletale and I know a cheat and I know a liar when I see one. I got grandkids. What? Why don't you tell the truth now, Sonny?
I am telling the truth. I've been asleep.
I'm an insight check.
I was just saying.
Oh, I actually incited with my negative wisdom.
This little
He must
thing
be really lying.
seems to be telling the truth.
Look,
Like,
I've seen a lot of sailors sleeping on shift. This guy was sleeping.
Yeah.
Why did you not like Tom?
Oh, I know. I only met Tom as an apprentice. He was fine as an apprentice.
Why did you others drive him out? Why did they not like him?
They're greedy. It's in our nature.
I see.
We like shiny things.
I like shiny things as well. I kind of like unknowingly kind of just tap the pocket of my blouse that has the gems from
Yep.
the library.
Okay, well, I mean, they're all in the sack.
Yeah, they're all like still right in this sack. This is quite hard to like hold on to because they are trying to fight their way out.
And Death is very interested in them.
Crispy Waffles donates 100 random disadvantage. Sorry, just one. It's 100 bits for a random disadvantage.
Oh, I see. Okay, we'll keep the same
100
numbers
random
again.
disadvantages.
Yeah, I'd have been a lot more hyped about that.
Right, so number 2. Oh, that's me. Okay,
Hey.
I get a disadvantage. Awesome. Okay.
I'm going to go back to that diary / notebook I found and see if Thomas has written anything about death and the... I don't know what to call these. Sprites, is it?
I guess they're like little devils, basically.
Oh,
They're
they're
little
devils,
red, like, annoying pests with wings.
Little imps.
Yeah.
Little
In-
imps.
Really
okay,
angry
That's a
imp.
better word. Okay, I'll look through that book and see if I can find anything in there.
You can see the odd sketch here and there of them, but not like any major information. You do, however, see the little pendant drawn,
Ooh.
like a piece of broken glass.
Are there any notes for it?
It talks about seeing an altar plane.
Oh.
Okay.
So basically, it lets us see death. So death is normally just chilling around, but this lets us actually see him.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That could be quite useful.
I wonder if we could connect it to telescope.
Oh, that's an idea.
Isn't there one other door we haven't opened in this castle yet? There was like the left, and there was the right, and there was.
No, there wasn't a right one. It was literally the left, and then one in
Oh,
front.
okay. Well, then we've opened them all. Hmm.
The rest, all the doorways seem to be entering empty rooms that have been ransacked, like grain everywhere, or
Yeah.
just things that have been destroyed.
Hmm.
And this little guy who is currently watching Jerry play dominoes, is kind of like,
So, what are you gonna do with me? Are you gonna leave them in the sack?
Well,
I wasn't planning on taking them out. They were feisty little buggers. I was gonna throw them in the sea.
he was.
Do you think it
Okay.
would be good eating?
We're a bit chewy.
Well, you would say that, though, wouldn't you?
Yes, but if we
You
cook
can
them
eat
for a
them if
long,
you
long
want. I'm
time...
not bothered.
Trying to torment him, I am.
he is a torment, so he's not really gonna like. He's not really getting it.
Well, I do not want to let them all out of Zack. I think Zack was very, very useful.
I heard the old man said he was gonna put death in the sack.
Did he say why?
Jerry, why were you gonna do it?
Oh, was it the same reason? Jerry, I think you may actually be onto something.
Oh, why do you want to put him in the sack?
I don't want to put anyone in the sack. I don't like the sack.
What's wrong with the sack?
Well, you just pulled me into it and poured holy water on me. So, I'm a little against the sack.
Do you think he could be trying to get us to put it in the amulet in the sack? Double bluff sort of thing?
I don't know.
I'm gonna get really close and look at him again. Be like,
And he's sort of like,
I can't tell. I cannot read them anymore. I had glimpse because I know when people are sleeping, and that's easy.
Alice, where was that disadvantage going, sorry?
it went to me. Sorry.
Lovely.
Put death in the sir.
There are so many outcomes of all of these things.
Yeah. Well, if we let them all out, I guess they're all weakened from holy water. It would not be very hard.
Just a horrific mass.
Just a bunch of like.
I wish I bought
All
a
right,
tennis
I am
racket now.
evicting you.
How much holy water can you create at one time? I mean, we could just pour like tons and tons of holy water in there and
We could
Like,
put
you
the whole
see this
sack
little
in.
one like shudder at that. He's like,
until the sack stops kind of moving.
Well, we could put the whole sack in a bucket of holy water.
Oh, and then open it up, and it just glow.
You guys are sick.
A
I,
long...
The
No,
one in there, one in my eyeballs.
Well, it was a deal. That's how they see it. They like playing games.
it's a good thing you won that deal, and you now have Island.
That's probably number 34. He's pretty twisted.
That was definitely number 34. All right, I'm going to get like a big punch bowl.
Okay. You can. There's like a giant like fruit bowl that you can just tip all the fruit out of.
Yeah.
And
I'll
probably
cut up a little bit of the fruit and like
Yeah.
leave it in there,
Oh, yeah, like a
like a holy fruit punch.
yeah.
Demon punch.
Yeah.
And I'm
You
just
should
gonna
have
like.
brought some vodka with us.
They did not have any. It was very disappointed.
Holy vodka. That's a way to go.
Okay. So, I can like rage punch water and imbue it with my divine fury, and we can try this like shove Zack in, open up.
Okay, so you're gonna need like a sleight of hand again to sort of hold this so they don't escape before you pour this water into it.
Are we not? Are we pouring the holy water in, or are we putting the sack in the holy water?
I don't know which were you doing.
We can do either. I have big punch bowl of holy water.
Can I? Can I keep the sack kind of closed, like stretch out a bit of it, and then can we try and like pour some of the water through and see if the sack is porous?
Yeah, you can do that. It is not porous.
I don't think it is.
Oh.
It's a very waterproof sack, if anything.
Makes sense.
If
You
it's
can't fit in
waterproof,
blood.
though, that means the water's not coming out.
Well, it's true. Just shake it a little bit. Maybe it settled at bottom and they flew to top.
I've got an
Blender
idea.
it.
You're making a cocktail out of this thing.
Actually, we could just grab 2 corners each and then shake the sack between us, and the damage we do will just kill all of them anyway.
Well, it'll mix up the holy water in there in like
Yeah.
a blender.
And then I could beat it with my stick.
Jesus, this scene. Okay, so is this happening? Is this...
And then we can put
Yeah,
death in
definitely.
sack, because death will be like, oh, lots of dead things in sack, and then we go boom, and we put it over his head.
Okay, so you guys are shaking it, beating it with a stick, and what's the punch bowl doing? Are you just
We're
like
gonna put
I
this-
have it on hand in case any escape. I can rage holy water drown them.
okay?
Or pour it in if we need extra.
Okay, as you do this, the bag starts screaming again as they fight, and it is like you can see it steaming where all this smoke is erupting from the sack, and it slowly stops. And every now and then you just see this little limb, like the last one, trying to attack.
All right, I
And-
look through amulet. Where's death? He's by sack.
Yeah, he is by the sack, and you can see he's sort of started pulling out these little spectral
Oh, he's
little.
pulling out the
Like
souls from the
devils.
stack. If we were to do it now, I think now would be time to do it.
Death in the sack.
As you do that, whoever's looking through turns and looks directly at it, and suddenly Death just shakes his head and looks fearful and disappears into the sack.
We have a sack full of death.
Do you think
So-
death is holy?
Can I? Yeah, can I try to put the holy water in there with death?
Well, he's kind of dead, but you can try it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just
Okay,
do
you
it. And if not, he
slice
has some punch in there.
Yeah. You have a good. You need a good sleight of hand for him not to jump out again.
I will use my nat 20.
You can do that as
and
you pour in
rage pour.
this punch. Nothing seems to happen. If anything, you hear a lot of sloshing. But Death is in the sack.
We have death in a sack
So why do we have death in the sack now?
because we can.
And this little like devil thing you've tied to the chair, I'd like to say, looks absolutely horrified right now. He looks very traumatized when he's tied it with his handkerchief.
Do you think you know? Did you think you picked up the dominoes? You think you got it?
I think so.
All right, good.
Want to go in the sack?
No.
He seems all right. I think this one has learned his lesson.
And it smiles and just nods frantically at Demetrius.
We won't put it
Okay.
in the sack yet.
So, are you guys leaving the island?
Before we leave island, I want to go back up and like look through the telescope again, see if I can find the island with the reflection.
The island is still there.
Can I put the amulet in front of it and see if I see anything different?
Yeah, you see nothing. As in, like, the island disappears.
Oh, okay. I don't know what it means, but it's really cool and interesting. B is amused. She relays it. Goes, we want to go now? We can go. Or we can sleep here and leave in morning. I'm good either way.
Like, the sun is coming up at the moment.
Oh, well, it is morning. You ready for morning tour?
Yeah.
Back to
Let's go back to the tavern. Have some breakfast.
Brew house tavern.
Yeah,
Okay.
So we take the sack and then.
I was gonna say, are you taking the sack with you?
Yeah, I'll keep the sack. I've got a sack full of death, and I'm not letting that go anywhere.
Okay, so, like, Jerry, you sling that over your shoulder.
Now I can tell all the people down at the bridge club how I got death in the sack.
The death who's in there doesn't seem to be fighting.
He's just chilling.
Alright, he's just chilling in there with his punch.
So like, oh, pineapple.
So you guys head back, and you head back to the tavern. And
realised we left
you
that
see-
I
Dean
also
played it.
take the little imp guy with us, but
okay.
I have him on my shoulder because I'm totally
Okay.
not a pirate.
He's
but I never.
pretty burnt up. Think of him like a parrot for you.
Yeah.
But he's sort of just holding on to, like, if you have a scarf or anything around your head,
Mhm.
he's just holding on.
Yep.
Because he's pretty damaged as well. But he's basically your little buddy now.
Yep.
You guys head back. You hop on the boat, and
Oh, ask him what number he is.
he's like,
I'm 438.
We will come up with a nickname for you, but for now I will call you 430.
Damn, my lucky number is 437.
I've never had a nickname before.
Well, we will work on it.
Why didn't we call him Forfreight?
No, it's not 448. It's 438.
Yeah, but why don't we call him Forfreight? Sounds like a name.
Forthright. Okay, yeah, forthright.
I
Forthright.
like Dave.
Well,
Dave works.
I guess we can go with Dave for now.
Oh, I'm just saying, Forfreight was a perfectly good name. No matter what you want to be about Forfreight.
It's Dave Forthright. His full name
Hey,
is Dave
you do
Forthright.
need a last name, Dave Forthright.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'll work.
Right.
so you guys hop back in this boat.
And I use the napkin now to tie like a kerchief around his head too.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
like a little pirate.
A little pirate.
Yeah.
A not pirate.
He is a non-pirate
Yep.
pixie devil thingy. So yeah, you guys hop back on the boat and you pull up on the shore.
When we were coming
And I
back
give the
over-
same tour on the way back. Like, there is another seagull. Here is ocean. This is cliff. This is beach. Feel free to tip your guide at end of tour.
Dave
And-
looks happy about this, by the way. He's not really been out of the castle, so this is a genuine new experience for him.
Actually,
Alright.
when we-
Like he's like, what's this? What's that?
He's like pointing and nodding every time. you tell him
I give Dave a little silver to give to his guide at the end of the tour.
Okay, he takes it and he sort of just tries to put it in like your pocket, like your blouse pocket. He's like,
Thank you.
No problem. Now we assist gentle lady off of boat, and I like offer Rena a hand.
She takes it. Thank you.
My pleasure. Now let us get some like chicken and waffles at the inn or something. It is breakfast time.
Chicken and waffles. Not had that before, but I'm willing to try anything once.
It is delicious.
Okay. Yep, I'll go for some chicken and waffles. But when we were coming back over in the water, were there still bodies in the water?
There were still bodies in the water.
I'm gonna use my nat 20 to keep Death in the sack whilst I open it and ask them to get in the sack. Get in the sack!
As you do this, nothing happens. They are not alive.
No, I close the sack again.
Do
we all notice the bodies this time?
You all see the bodies floating. Like they're like tangled in weeds at the bottom.
How fresh do these bodies look?
Not too fresh. They look like they've been there a while. Maybe one or two are slightly more preserved because you can see it sticking out of like the black mud at the bottom. But yeah.
Did they look wealthy?
You can't really tell, but you are very welcome to look if this is a thing.
Crispy Waffles donates another random advantage. Thank you very much, Crispy Waffle.
Let's have a look. Number 5, so Rena. You get an advantage.
We're gonna have to find something to do on the way to this tavern. We've got a lot of stuff to use.
I will hold off here, and I put Dave down.
He's just like as you drop him down.
I will take a quick dive and see if these people who drowned here had any valuables.
You can see, not necessarily on the bodies, but you can see
the crashed little boat.
Yeah, like more sort of scattered around, little twinkling bits that catch the light. Are you going to dive under?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to be a swimmer, so I will allow that's pretty easy for you. You swim down quite strongly. Can all of you roll perception for me, please?
This is where I get eaten.
So close.
I do not see it coming. I'm distracted by shiny things.
Yeah, by the shiny things. The rest of you, from the top, you will see something quickly swim past.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Over B.
All sorts of fish.
Can I take a pot shot at it with a crossbow?
It has gone before you've even had a chance to, like, it is super quick.
Okay. B, get out of the water.
She can't hear you right now. She's underwater. She is swimming.
Yeah, I'm just putting things in my blouse pocket.
Yeah, just scooping out along the bottom.
I splash my stick on the water surface.
Like a beaver, just...
Yeah. Okay, B, can you run another perception for me to see if you notice Jerry leave? Yeah. Okay, you notice that because this is quite a calm water, you feel like the ripple and you can hear the splashing as Jerry hits the...
Like, look up.
As you do this, a face comes right up next to you.
What kind of a face?
This face is almost humanoid, but it's blue skin and the hair is green weeds and the mouth and the jaw looks almost dislocated as the smile comes all the way up to the ears as it opens
charming.
Its mouth. And can you roll initiative, please?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a 3.
A 9.
Both rolled.
Does it look like I look delicious?
It is effectively licking its lips.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay, so you go first anyway.
Cool. I'm gonna rage.
Rage underwater.
I just go,
and it's like bubbles everywhere.
Yeah, some bubbles. Only a little bit though, because I am an experienced sailor.
Like you guys will see this underneath.
And just my muscles. I flex them all, and like little ripples go off in the water around me.
Yeah,
I'm so strong. I'm gonna try to smash it with my maul.
Yes, you go for that.
Whack.
It does not hit.
Okay.
I'm afraid. It rolls. I will roll with disadvantage on that one, so it's either a 9 or a 12. So it's a 9. I'm assuming that doesn't hit. Okay, so at the moment we're like doing that in the water. We're not hitting each other, but it is your turn again. What are the rest of you doing up on the boat? Are you doing anything?
Well,
like, because you are seeing like a slap fight effectively, like underneath the boat right now.
Underwater slap fight.
And like as Bee's moving, there's like coins coming out of her like gloves and everything as she's jumping about. Like, are you tying it up?
Yeah.
Looks like Bee's in trouble. Go on, go save her.
Who are you saying that to?
Everyone else in the boat.
Okay, Dave immediately goes, aye, aye, and jumps in after.
Come on, I'm old. I'm not getting wet, but you guys can.
And Dave, let's see how well he swims. Oh, okay, 19, natural sailor. Immediately, even though he's now got burnt out crispy wings.
He can't
He
fly
is,
anymore, but he
like,
can
going.
swim. He doesn't have that drag anymore.
I'm gonna roll him in for initiative. Actually, 11. Okay.
Yeah, Rena will go in.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Can you roll initiative as well, please?
Okay.
11, same as Dave. Okay, let's put Rena first. Is anyone else jumping in?
First, I put my hand in the water with my crossbow
Mhm.
and see if I can hit what's attacking.
It's
B.
quite far down. Could you roll with disadvantage, please? Because the water is going to slow it.
I'll use my nat 20. Why not?
Okay. So you almost use this like a harpoon.
Yeah.
So if you could just roll damage, please, as it strikes this thing.
Okay. Second.
Okay. Yeah, you strike this thing, and the arrow goes straight through its arm, and blood starts misting in the water.
You got another D6 of damage to do their
And technically, you get sneak attack because
Yes.
I'm right
Very
next to
Yes,
it.
that's true. Yes, I'll do that
and
now.
you get it to double your sneak attack too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to say you've hit this a couple of times with those hits. So you've hit it through the arm, through the shoulder, and once in the leg. And it looks badly hit, and there's a lot of blood sort of coming out. And you notice some fish are starting to come a bit closer since the blood seeps into
Dinner
the
time.
water.
Yeah.
It is... Hang on, Jerry, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just sitting on the boat.
Okay. Okay, it is B's turn.
I will use my nat 20 to
Mhm.
like just bop it in the face because I didn't like its grin. and
Yep,
its,
go
like,
for
its
it.
chops. So nat 20, just smash it in the face. So,
You're raged as well, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I am raged, and I have savage attacks because I'm a half orc, so I get to roll an extra d6. So I get to roll an extra 3d6. And then I have Divine Fury.
Yeah. You basically, as you
20,
hit this
30.
thing,
Just
yeah. So as you hit this thing in the mouth, you effectively decapitate it. The top half sort of bends
Nice.
back as you go straight through it. And all these lots of little fish suddenly swarm and are on this creature. And like you can see like them nibbling away as it sort of starts floating.
yeah. I kind
Away.
of like give it an extra little push to get away from there.
Yeah.
I pick up the coins that I dropped, and I start handing them to Rena too if she's down there with me.
And you see like Dave has picked up one big gold coin and started swimming back up.
Yeah, I'll make my way back up.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys burst up onto it, and Jerry, you are muted, but
Just talking to myself again.
yeah,
Alright.
you guys burst up on the surface, and you are hauled in the boat.
We can tell him not only did we clear the castle, we cleared the moat as well. This will be great. Maybe he'll throw in bonus.
Okay, so you guys arrive back on the beach, and you head back into, as I assume, back in the village. There's not much else around. What do you guys do?
I think if they need more drinks to celebrate victory.
I want some breakfast.
Oh yes, chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles. That's what I've got my heart set on it now.
And you can see Dave like clapping his hands together, and he's like used part of the material around his head to tuck the gold coin in the back. And yeah, you guys head back to the tavern, and the Lord isn't there at the moment.
Okay.
It is early morning, so you see the barkeep Tom washing down the bar itself, and he's like, "Oh, you're back!
Good morning.
Good morning!" And he's just like, "Were you successful?"
Nah, we were. We are here for celebratory chicken, waffles, and moonshine.
It's early, but okay. And he sort of goes
Never
out.
too early for your moonshine.
And he looks. He starts pulling out all these trays of beers and this moonshine, which he just plops on a table. He looks a bit confused by Dave, but finds like a thimble or equivalent of like a shot glass and gives it to him.
Hang on. Let me show you a little trick here. Let me in the kitchen. I'm going to show you how to do things. Come on.
Okay, like, he
just
seems
bustles
quite
in.
curious,
Now what you do
yeah.
is you take the moonshine, you add a ton of sugar, just loads of sugar, and you just boil the pan to a simmer and you just let it reduce.
Right.
Then what you get is you get some lovely moonberry compote that you can put on your waffles.
I will do that. I will. Thank you, sir. Like, he seems genuinely like, like my wife is gonna love this one. Like, and so he brings out all these chicken and waffles with this new moonberry syrup, like in a little. That's been drizzled over the top. Dave is completely sparko because one little shot of that stuff has put him right out. He's passed out on the table. But yeah, the barman comes over and says to Trini, he's like, you don't happen to have my dice at all, do you? If not, it's fine.
Oh, yeah, she would have picked it up. And thank you.
Thank you. And he pockets them. And he just says, like I said, but you're not on the house. I was told to, I've had a tab put behind the bar for you by the man if you came back. So whatever you want. And as he clears away your empty glasses to go and refill, he trips over the sack and he goes, "Oh, where'd you get my sack?"
Careful, it's full of death.
And he's like, "I haven't seen this since I lost my old job."
No. Don't open the sack.
Oh,
It is-
you were the apprentice they were all so terrified about.
What apprentice?
Tom?
Me? Yeah, I'm Tom.
They said there was a wizard. It was an apprentice.
Oh, I don't like people knowing about it.
I will try to talk quieter, but
And
I
he holds
usually
out a
only
hand
have
and
one
shakes.
volume.
He says, "I'm Thomas Fried. It's nice to meet you."
It's a pleasure to meet you.
And
But yes, be careful. That sack is filled with death.
Yes, don't open it.
what do you mean by that? What else did you find in there?
You know,
Well-
the death with the big coke and the scythe and
The skeleton hand and a grim reaper.
Actual death.
actual
Yes.
death.
Duh.
Oh, I didn't
We've
realize it
trapped him in
did that. Like, and he sort of looks more sort of impressed than anything. He didn't realize this happened. Okay. And he continues. And for the rest of the day, he keeps bringing you drinks and as many like chicken and waffles as you want.
I
And
eat
that is
a lot
where-
of chicken and waffles. I'm very large lady.
I think I'm
And
s-
throughout the world, because you have eliminated death, people suffer from diseases and boils and illnesses they can never die from. People who are frail and old can never die. As much as many people love this long life, many are craving death. And that is where we will leave this one shot.
I like to think that Jerry becomes a stunt man. Like every day he breaks his neck or something.
And he still stands right back up.
Back
Yeah.
up. I've broken every bone in my body at least 8 times.
Just like all over the place, but still going. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, Alice.
That was very awkward to think of in like I made it in like 15 minutes. I was like, I don't know what to do.
I really liked it.
Yeah,
it's
it was
great.
nice. Thank you.
Yeah. So, guys, this time next week, I will be in bed, because we are
Okay.
we are rearranging our sleeping schedule a little
Yeah,
bit on
we are.
Mondays for the new season of City of Mist,
So
which will be
excited.
going from 8 p.m.
8
EST.
p.m. EST to 11.
11. Maths is hard. 8 p.m. to 11
Prayers.
p.m. Yeah, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. EST. And I've just realised it's a week away, so I need to get right in. But yeah, so let's go round. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'm gonna find someone to raid whilst we go around and do the wrap up. Let's go round. Alice, do you wanna do the wrap up stuff?
Yeah, okay. I'm White Rabbit Pick. You can find me on Twitter, and I play on Encounter Roleplay every Wednesday in Warhammer, which is tomorrow, so I'm excited. I'm also over on this channel, obviously DMing or playing in some one-shots, and I will be in the City of Mist campaign next week, which I am very, very excited about for my character. Yeah. How about you, Lindy? Where can we find you?
Well, you can find me. First of all, this was a lot of fun. Thank you, Alice, for running.
Oh
it. Thank
yeah.
you for...
What are people's favorite bits about the one shot? We'll do that as well.
I liked how we're like, oh, gambling's gonna be so dangerous, and then we won the first 2 rounds. And you're like, freaking cheaters! And it's like, get out of my house!
Hey, get off my land!
Get off the property! We won this. It's ours now. I was totally prepared to like just intimidate the fuck out of them, but then we wound up punching them and knocking them out of windows. I thought that was great.
I love the home run.
Yeah, that
that
was
was my favorite.
big old mall.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. I love it. I have a feeling that we'll have to do a sequel at some point. Be like, man, some people stopped death, and we think we've narrowed out who it is. Gotta get that back. And we'll be all just like a bunch of like diseased, crippled old people. Like, oh man, I just wish we could die. Let's get that bag. But you can find me online at LaughLoveLindy on Twitch and Twitter. That's what I meant to do yesterday, was update my schedule on Twitter. So I'm just going to give you like a recap of where I'm going to be this week. Tomorrow, Tomes and Tentacles podcast by Encounter Roleplay. It's a Call of Cthulhu podcast. It's super awesome. It's DM'd by Ben Counter, who's a really amazing author. And then Tuesdays afternoons on the Greyhawk channel, I am DMing Vecna Lives, and it's a 2E module. I'm converting to 5E. It's a lot of fun. Tuesday evenings, Out of the Abyss on my channel, and Wednesday afternoons, Call of Cthulhu right before Warhammer. And then so you can watch Alice on Warhammer. And then after that, I'll be back for Star Wars RPG because I can't get enough of role-playing games. Wednesday, so you can find me on WebDM's show, usually for Land Between Two Rivers, but this week I'm actually DMing a one-shot as like kind of like a palate cleanser between story arcs. Friday, you can find me on Grimjack21502's channel for Firefly RPG. It's a lot of fun. And then Friday evening, this Friday, I believe Skyticus will be there as well for Fate of Cthulhu on Little Red Dot's channel, where I play Genesis, like the super chill, whatever, cyberpunk hacker, and she's awesome and sassy, which is usually not me, so it's a little out of my comfort zone, but it's fun to play. Don't think I have anything this Saturday, I'm not sure though. And then Sundays, this Sunday RPGN comes back. I think it's this Sunday. It's the 15th. So submit those clips, people. We want to see your stuff.
Yeah,
and we can.
I've got so many clips we can send you from the 24-hour charity.
Yeah,
stream.
Do it. Send all the clips in. Send them to PowerScore RPG on Twitter or PowerScoreRPG@gmail.com. And then Sunday evening, Grimjack21502's channel again for more Pulp Cthulhu. That's where you can find me this week.
Oh yeah, I'm doing Conan on Friday. Completely forgot that. I'm doing Conan on Friday.
Yeah, it's right before Firefly. So it's like we just go back to back.
I was gonna say that's how we do things now. Let's go for Nilchill or Lightfingery, however you prefer to be called on here.
Oh, that's fine. Nilchill on Twitter, Lightfingery on Twitch. That's the best way to say it, I think. Following Lindy, I think I'm doing. I come across as a lazy slob. I basically stream from Scratch channel mainly. I seem to be in here a lot recently. But I mainly watch other people's streams, role-playing streams, Call of Cthulhu, D&D. Yeah, I just lap it all up, really. I don't... You'll find me in here as Lightfingery, like I said, and Nilchill on Twitter. That's about it, really.
Fab. And how about Light? Where can we find you?
My name's Light Nevaeh. You can find me under the same handle under Twitter and Twitch. I DM on Sundays at 6 p.m. PST. On Tuesdays, I'm a player in one of my France campaign, which is awesome DM. He actually manages 2 campaigns, which I am now officially end his Saturdays game, which you can find me on Queen Bee's RPG's channel. And what's nice, it's actually set in the same world, and both groups can influence each other's group. And so far, my character, which is on Tuesday, is a bard, has written a song of warning for one of the characters in Saturdays. So, and the one thing is, they're 4 weeks ahead, and we're 4 weeks behind, and yet I have not sung the song. So it's been really fun to do that, and yeah, it was fun. Thank you again for the invite to play in the one-shots. My favorite moment would have to be, that home run. Just to see that little creature light up like a little fireball and just going through sailing through the sky. That was awesome.
Sorry, I didn't say my favorite. My favorite was us shaking the bag full of seeds, shaking them, and well, just the mayhem that could have caused.
I just love Dave.
And guys, yeah, I am Scradicus, and if you're not already in my Discord, you should get my Discord, because it's a really fun, friendly, inclusive, teachy, not preachy group of people who are really cool. Also, if you guys want to play a game, get on the Twitter, send me a follow, send me a DM, and I'll get you in the diary, which is currently downstairs, and I'm floundering like a fish without it. And if you guys want to catch up on all the other streams and one-shots, then head over to the YouTube, which is where we do the YouTube. Today, Ambly released the artwork for our Golden Crest, which can only be got on merch for £25 upward Patreons. So if you want to get some of that black and gold crest merch, which will be completely exclusive, not available anywhere else, that's how you do it. And talking of merch, we also have a competition on at the moment, and there is our Redbubble site. So if you guys want to get some, I need to get a couple more of them so I can wear them and show them off. But yeah, it's the crest. It's really cool. It's the crest. It's nice. I actually can't display the crest at the minute because I tried to update it and accidentally got it refused, so it didn't work. Your kitty's so cute. Our kitty is melting.
Our kitty is killing something outside.
Oh, is she? Oh,
I'm
good. At least
in a minute.
At least she's showing signs of movement now.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, with that, we are going to go and raid Encounter Roleplay, where you can find high-quality D&D pretty much every day of the week, I think. Lindy's on there all the time. Alice is on there on Wednesdays. I'm there on Thursday. It's a really great place to be. Oh, yeah, my schedule. Tuesday, Wizard and Wardrobes. Wednesday, One Shot Wonders in the Feywild. Thursday, Larkspur Secrets on Encounter Roleplay. Friday, Grimjack, Conan, then a one-shot here, and then off to do Fate of Cthulhu on Chelsea's channel. Times to follow in a tweet. See you all soon. Bye!
Bye!
Bye!